Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first floor absolutely magnificent studios of the Sports Information Department, Southwestern University Pirates. Don Gregory with Elizabeth Swan, Megan Harden back behind the camera. And very, very excited today to be sitting with J.C. Bunch, the new baseball coach at Southwestern. And before we start the conversation, J.C., let's get the rules down. Guy talking to a guy, just hanging out and visiting. And I think the very first question I'm going to ask, and you probably anticipate it, and you're probably sick of people asking it, but give us what the JC stands for.
John Cody.
There we go. So that's a Cody family name, or just...
No, my parents heard it actually watching a Dallas Cowboy game. And John Cody's my first name, and I spent my whole life correcting people. You know, teacher is the first day of school, John
Cody
Bunch.
John.
I'm like, nope, John Cody. So... it morphed into JC, and it works. You know, the only two people that call me John Cody are my sister and my grandmother.
Well, again, similar. Don Gregory, I got all kind of variations because I have two first names. And for a while in a math class, I was Greg Dunn. And we all sat in the back because I was horrible in math. We'd sit in the back, let's see how long I can get away with this. So it was like, 2 months, I think, and the teacher finally went. So I was Greg Dunn for a while, and I didn't reduce it to DG or whatever. Great story, though. So, and I think probably better aspect of the great story is explain to the, again, worldwide viewing audience. I think we have Pflugerville, and Pflugerville's in now.
Pflugerville, Round Rock, yeah.
Round Rock, yeah, awesome. Tell us about what it was like coaching at Trinity, and obviously now you're at Southwestern, JC.
It was, I was a Trinity alum. I played at Trinity. I coached at Trinity. Same staff. We've been through a lot together. I'm excited to be here at Southwestern. As fate would have it, our first conference series is back at Trinity.
Why not?
Why not? It'll be pretty weird to coach from the first base dugout of that field.
Sure.
Show up on a bus instead of park my car. But I'm excited.
So no plans. I gotta ask. No plans to get slung out like the first inning and say, "Man, I can't handle this."
No,
I don't. I'm going after the ump.
No, I've worked with those umpires for now like 16 years. So
right.
and I've seen them already, and I told them that now that I'm the head coach, I finally get to talk to them.
There you go. Right. And again, if I may add, that was a whimsical question. Good conversations I've had with JC to this point. Class guy, full of character, and so on and so forth. So that would never happen. But I had to throw it out.
It might happen. I'm sure I'll get tossed once in my, career. Coach Mallon usually got tossed once a year. So
we got some great stories. I'm going to ask you if you have a good Mallon story later. And I didn't realize it, but I should have known this to begin with. I thought I heard you tell somebody you were a catcher. Mm-hmm. You were telling a story, and I should have known that when I first saw you. I said, "Dude looks like a catcher, man." Because one of my favorite players growing up was Johnny Bench. In fact, for the thing today, I remember Johnny used to be able to palm five baseballs.
Yep.
So got to put you on the spot, Coach. Can we do that?
No, I can't.
Great.
I don't. My hands are not big enough to palm 5 baseballs.
Well, I'm glad I didn't bring him to put you on the spot. So off we go. And also, Roberto Clemente was a youth idol for me growing up and everything. So you played high school. You went to play college and
played
Trinity, obviously.
Played high school here in Austin High.
Maroon, Fuzzy Dots. Right?
Yep, loyal forever.
There you go.
4 years at Trinity, 2 years with the Rangers.
Yep.
And then coached at Trinity for 11 years.
Wow, so minor leagues, major leagues with the Rangers?
Minor leagues.
Ah, very cool. That's awesome. Great.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, and Trinity recruited you to play catcher for them, or just kind of...
The story about Trinity is they were recruiting one of my good friends who ultimately pitched at Southwestern.
Okay.
Their coaches saw me play in high school, said, flat out, "We don't think you're good enough. Don't come here." And I said, I want to get a great education. Will you give me a shot? And they said, absolutely. So
great.
They gave me a shot. It was a 4-year starter.
Good
played
for you.
Professional.
Loved it. Good for you, man. Could you swing a little bit as well?
That was what I could do. I could hit.
Wow, because normally catcher's not known for his...
No, I was more of an offensive catcher if you ask some of the pitchers that I caught.
Yeah. So you do the head first slide into second base?
I can do that, sure.
Got to ask, Coach, did you have some wheels? Do you have some pace out there?
I was told I was sneaky fast. So it didn't look like it, but I could run.
Which is a nice way of saying...
Not fast.
Dude gets around. For his size,
right.
He can go. So, but that's all right. That's a compliment, right?
Sure.
And I may add also, I realized the way from the beginning, but I am getting significantly outdressed today. But that's okay. So explain
those
the attire.
Those that know me, see me around the office. Normally I wear a coat and tie.
Okay.
Very professional. So I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable, so I just went with the seersucker jacket.
Well, that's awesome.
No tie today.
I've been here long enough to think I think the embarrassment moments are probably way over. So, but besides, it's very cool sitting here talking to you, JC. This is great. So
enjoy it.
Yeah, well, cool. Well, we have to go back. You knew I would go here because obviously when I came in, I used to pick the gentleman's brain about anything. Coach Jim Mallon, who was arguably the legend of Southwestern baseball and continues to be in a way. But what was your thought of catching for Trinity and realizing you were playing against this just mountain of a man and legend and great baseball mind? Did that ever cross, like when you were playing at Trinity? Man, how are we going to beat Mallon's teams, man?
Well, yeah, because when I was at Trinity, Southwestern was the class of the conference. They'd come in and wax us. That was our goal at Trinity, was to catch Southwestern, and it all started with Coach Mallon. You could hear his voice. He could be whispering and everybody heard him, and then when he yelled, of course everybody heard him. Probably my favorite Mallon story was he'd be in the third base coaching box, and in his accent and his twang, he'd say something like, hit the ball hard, hit the ball real hard, and the next thing I know, there's back-to-back home runs. I'm like, how does he do that? It's like they're listening, and we talked about it as a staff later. We're like, how can we do that? And we never could replicate it. But he was, an awesome competitor. Their program was run the right way. They're a class act. They pounded people. They never apologized for it, but they also did it in a way to where it wasn't running up the score. They just were better, and they never stopped.
And we're going to remind you we are better, and it's your job to stop us.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
If you can't, then we're going to get on the bus.
You got to get better if you want to beat us.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. So obviously a tremendous amount of pride, I would assume, for you to be at the school where Mallon spent, how long? I can't remember.
40-something
years, yeah. And also played pro, if I remember right. In fact, it was really cool. He showed us the baseball. We had Mark McGuire's signature because he coached the Pan Am team way back in the day. So how was that for J.C. Bunch going, oh, my gosh, Mallon walked these halls? And
it was one of the reasons that I really, really wanted to coach here. The three most influential coaches in my lives are my dad, Coach Scandal, and Coach Mallon. And I never, I played for two of them, and I competed against one. He's a legend. You walk around here, you see a statue out overlooking the field, the locker room. The players that played for him would do anything for him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't an easy guy to play for.
Not at all.
No. So it's. I hope that I can make those players and him specifically proud of the product we put out on the field.
That's awesome. And no pressure. You don't feel any pressure that way. You're going to be J.C. Bunch. And
it's gonna be our program and my program, but it's going to be done in a way that the alumni and Coach Mallon looking down are like, yeah, I'm proud of. That's Pirate baseball.
Awesome. And I assume obviously the alumni are probably going, I remember that boo when he was playing at Trinity. We tried to give him a little chin music, but obviously that's all forgotten now. But I assume you've reached out to those alumni. Right?
I've talked to several. An email blast is going out about homecoming. We'll be doing fall baseball. I'd love for anybody that comes back during homecoming to come by the field, introduce themselves.
Right.
I'd like to bring back the alumni game in the spring. I know that was a big deal for the guys that played for Coach Mallon. I think that's pretty cool to have an alumni game. I'd like to get that up and running again.
No, normally we try not to put plugs in, but we're going to put it in now because I remember previous conversations with JC talking about this. It might have been to Glenn Schwab, but he was talking about, Glenn might have asked you, heck yeah, Coach Bunch was like, yeah, I want to bring the alumni game back. So if you want to kick out a direct shout to him, because I think we set a record last week, Megan, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely.
Alumni viewers, thanks very much. So I'm sure it's also part of the global viewing audience. But you probably already put the kick in, but any idea of the dates or the month?
It'll be the first weekend of February. That's the plan. We open up at home February 9th and 10th. So tentative plans would be February 3rd. I think that's a Saturday.
Yep.
That first weekend of February, right before we get going.
That'd be awesome. And Winks and some of the other guys, Will Cates, all you guys that have put the uniform on, get word out. Get word out. They want to get going. And Coach, I assume it'll be alumni versus
That's the plan.
The old boys versus the young bucks.
Players, yeah.
There you go. That's awesome. So y'all can hand it to them, right?
We'll see. I don't know. We start practice today. I haven't. I'm excited. It's my birthday. It's the first day of practice.
Oh my gosh, birthday!
It's kind of. It's a very. I'm really excited. We go at 4:30 today. I finally get to see my team in action instead of just talk about them. And
there you go. It's a long wait, isn't it?
It is. It's
going from August 16th to now. It's like, come on, baby.
I know.
Come on.
I'm excited.
And how many Bucks do you have out there? How many guys? Gonna have
30. We'll have 30 on the team this year.
Yeah.
Maybe get a couple mid-semester transfers, but 30 is what I'm working with, and
Good.
that's what we'll go with.
And haven't seen them yet. You feel good about the arms you have? Numbers of arms?
I'd like to have more pitching, but the ones that I do have are really talented. So we'll see. We're excited.
Yeah, and great bunch of guys. Obviously, you hang around with those guys, and they'll see them in the halls, and you're real good guys. And I know they're hungry for the new coach coming in, and to prove that, hey, man, forget those Tiger days. This is the new Pirate days.
That's right. Yeah,
good. And I don't know if you noticed, but I brought a can of corn in today. Because we're doing props. I didn't think of this before, but if I may say from my personal view, one of the absolutely coolest things about baseball is just the rich vocabulary. The two-seamer, hit the rope, man, this. So please explain to, again, our massive global view audience, how did can of corn come about?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just know that it's an easy ball, easy play, a can of corn.
Very cool.
I don't know if catching a can of corn is easy, but I don't. There's a lot of baseball sayings that I don't have any idea they originated from.
Well, again, grew up in Pittsburgh and watching the great Roberto Clemente and Bill Mazeroski and those guys. And I forget the name of the announcer, but it was, you listen to the radio at home because it wasn't ESPN and TV, and you hear the crack of the bat and go, can of corn. And you picture Maz just making the easy. So is it for an easy catch?
It's for an easy catch, yeah.
So if I may say, it coming from a completely soccer background, but I heard it come like from a grocery store, where if they were trying to get things off the top shelf and something would fall and the guy would catch it and then hand it to the people
Caught
shopping.
it like a
so
can
they'd
of corn. All right.
A can of corn. So I don't know if that's true or not. So the baseball purists.
Works for a good story.
And when we do develop a phone-in session to this, when we have I'm sure the phones would be ringing up. But any favorite baseball terms you like, or just they're all there and haven't thought about it because you've used them all the time?
That's kind of just everyday vocabulary.
Yeah, that's awesome though. Okay, another quick question, which I've asked the players as well. Explain the difference between, because I'll go watch games, hey, go Pirates and this, and attaboy, atta-kid. What's the difference? Like it'll be attaboy, atta-kid, attaboy, the backwards caps and doing the things and doing the do-si-do, or...
Maybe the difference is they got tired of saying one, so they switched to the other. They mean the same thing.
Okay.
90% of what comes out of a dugout is complete nonsense.
There you go.
So,
but it is entertaining, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is. You have to stay entertained in a 8-hour doubleheader.
There you go. And from a non-baseball purist, I find it absolutely fascinating. And you recognize one guy's voice. They'll try to disguise. No, man, I knew that was Cade's. That had to be Cade's.
Yeah.
One of the other knuckleheads. But that's good though. So, do you have a favorite dugout memory of yours where you said something? Either, man, I love that I said it, or oh my gosh, I wish I hadn't said that, or.
No, I wasn't a super vocal player. Was a vocal coach. I coached third at Trinity. It's certain games and certain teams get me fired up.
Nice. And here's what we'll do. We'll let those teams. Man, I wonder if we're on that list.
We'll see.
So there you go, opponents. You should be quaking in your boots knowing that JC's coming after you, right? So, but yeah. Well, JC, also, I know your family moved to town. We were talking about getting a house and stuff. So give the audience a little view of your family life.
Married to my high school sweetheart.
Gotta love that. It's so baseball, apple pie. These colors don't run for you.
That's
by the
right.
Way, so.
She's a pediatric dentist in the area. I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, all boys. The 5-year-old's grown up going to Trinity games. When I told him we were moving to Southwestern, I was going to coach the Pirates, and right out of his mouth he said, "Dad, Tigers are old, Pirates are new." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, that's right, Brooks. No more Tigers." And so, the Brooks, Briggs, and Mac, 5, 3, and 1.
Nice.
They'll be around the field all the time.
And I'm sure they're fielding ground balls in the backyard already, or
Yep.
Bouncing them off the couch in the living room.
We had to make a rule: no throwing baseballs in the house already.
We tried that, JC, with soccer balls in the couch. So we had to break it down to nobody gets hurt, nothing gets broken. And the wife, dear Becky, finally agreed that that's probably safer because, of course, they would knock it in the living room and blame me, and so was all those things. I'm sure you face those moments too.
You will. We have a lot of don't tell mom moments.
It's Dad's fault. It's Dad's fault. But but then they try to catch. Dad, that means a couple extra slices of CC's or some cupcake. You got to play that little, negotiation game too. So, but you feel like you're settled in Georgetown.
Yeah, settled
happy to be here.
Into a routine. They're in school. We're having a great time.
Nice.
We love the area. Georgetown's awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to be a part of it for a long time.
Yeah, getting a little bigger, but still, you're a great part of, again, the history of Georgetown to be here because it's moving fast and they've done a great job with the square and it's a great environment between the school and the town and
Yep.
everything. So, but as I told you before we started this, any questions of me at all? And if I may say, JC said, "No, I don't want to ask you anything, Greg's." But if you want anything, we'll get it on air.
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
just kind of learning as I go and
There you go.
meeting people and
Awesome.
figuring out who I need to hang out with. And
And hopefully after this, you go, "Man, okay, that's enough of Gregory."
yep, I'm done. Moving on.
At least we have it on tape, though. We can go back and look at the tape. All right. Well, one final thing, if I may.
Sure.
10-year vision. You sound like, again, got your stuff together, class act, want the best for the program. I'm sure you have some kind of 10-year vision. We've already gone over the alumni game, but maybe 3 things you would hope the legacy of JC Bunch, if there is such a thing. What things would you ultimately say after 10 years, I'm so glad we did this?
After 10 years, we'll be competing back on a national stage. You know,
Great.
the facilities are top notch. The locker room's awesome. The fields, you know, as good as it gets in our conference. The academics of the school are outstanding. So, you know, I know that I can recruit high-level baseball players here. You know, and that's how you win is you get good players.
No secret is if they can play,
because,
you can coach.
If they can play, I look like a really good coach. But Southwestern has the history of being good. They were, you know,
Tremendous.
my memories of Southwestern are Matt Gelati and Wayne Weigelt and, you know, Mitchell and,
Yep.
you know, Scott Burr and all those guys, Joe Etzler and Cunningham and, you know, Forrest Martin, and they just took it to us over and over and over again. And
Yep.
so it's not like it'd be the first time they've won here. You know, Coach Mallon had a winning program, and I know that, you know, I can replicate that winning.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's my 3-year vision.
Well, Forrest, please don't be upset with me, but one of my great memories of Southwestern back in the day is Forrest was just kind of this country, slow-moving, whatever, but I guess he could throw 98 or 97 or whatever. But he'd always hang out in the hall, and he'd kind of come in and look and go, "Hey, Coach." And be, "Hey, Forrest, what's up, man?" "Coach, I'm so excited." And I go, "Okay, is this guy playing me?" He said, "No, Coach, it was last night, one Bruder guy went to the HEB and got popsicles. And I had 3 popsicles, Coach." And I'm like, gotta love this kid. But he was fired up about getting popsicles in Reuter as a first year, getting ready to play for the Pirates. So, Forrest, you're out there. I remember that story, baby. I hope it's close to accurate, but I think that's pretty well set. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and all viewing audiences, and well within their great state of America, country of America, the great JC Bunch. Appreciate you getting to talk to you, Coach, and best of luck. Sounds like you're well on your way to getting it going, and we look forward to watching the team compete. Maybe not the spring or the fall game now, but definitely in the spring. And well, a home opener is. Do you know?
February 9th.
Here we go. So get out and watch the Pirates under Coach Bunch, and alumni come back and play in that alumni game, and otherwise overall, go Pirates.
Go Pirates.